think we can start our discussion. So, in the last class, we have discussed a good amount of good points regarding how is the interview process looks like, what should we take care before the interviews, what should we do for the preparation, then the things to care of, what are the expectation of the interviewer when you give the interview, what is the post interview you should take care of, what should your interview strategy look like. Okay, and we have seen for both DSA and the system design, and we have answered few questions also, like how is it possible to move from service based to a product based company, or a different individual specific questions. Today's discussion we are going to start from resume building. Okay, so resume need to be as simple as possible. So the one which I like the most is from the lady Gail McDowell resume template. Okay, so Gail McDowell resume template is the one which I really like the one. It is also given in the Career Cup book. That is the one. As per that, there is certain improvement I have done in that. Okay, logical improvements, and that will be really great. So just focus here. I hope everybody able to see my screen. Your name should be there, address, your phone number, email ID. Then put the employment snapshot. Okay, I will show you how my resume look like. Okay, my resume look like. Cool. This is my latest resume, which is more or less same as this. Okay. Now the thing is, I have made this template more crisp. Okay. I have mentioned all the things which I want to say before a few things. For example, I put it a employment snapshot. This is not my latest one, but yeah, it will help us. I put an employment snapshot. This is the very first thing an interviewer interested in. So employment snapshot, just a summary of where you have worked so far. Okay. Then the technical skills. What are the different technical skills you have? You know. This is the ceiling point for you. Okay. This is going to be a selling point for you to the company. Then what your education is, from where you have done your education. Then professional experience. Okay, what are the different projects you have worked on? All that, not much, a very small thing, so that they are self-explanatory, along with the tech stack which you have used in the future. It might be possible that you have worked on 2 and 3 projects, a small, not much. This is my another Cisco system, and then I have the academic experience in which I have just mentioned the projects, and I did some research work that I have also mentioned. Then I have extracurricular. Extracurricular is up to you whether you want to edit or not. But the more important part is your resume should not go beyond 2 pages. If you are till 10 years of experience, it should not go till uh, beyond 2 pages. And if you are 3 to 5 years of 5 to 6 years of experience, you can 5 years of experience you can wind up in a single page also. You don't need 2 pages. Okay. So this resume is motivated from here. This resume. Okay. The only thing is few amendments I have done so that it becomes more readable and easy to get more information. Okay. Another thing is I have put in my LinkedIn profile link and the GitHub profile link here. Okay. So you can just go through your resume, you can see that. This is a recommended thing. Okay, it is not mandatory you should follow this, but it is recommended that people should follow this. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, again, I'm going to share the doc link with you. You can put your questions there. Okay. This is the link to the doc. You can put the questions there, whatever the questions you have. Okay. And I have seen this is becomes a very common and a general thing while you have the resume, when you build the resume. Okay, just go through it. So I think I have answered this question. How could resume be written? Okay, guys, even if you have, okay, I will come to that. Now I can show you how my current resume look like. Is it there somewhere? There's my current resume. Just a minute. Mhm. It's not here. It's not here. Hmm, it's not a bad luck. So it's not here. The latest one. Okay. So it is more or less the same thing with a few more projects that time. Yeah. So this is how it is early used to look like. Like when I have when I was working in Cisco. I made some improvements. So you can see that I'm able to put all the information in a single page. Okay. How it should be. And then after Mintra, I have put all the information into two page. If you have 7 to 8 projects to write, don't write everything. Okay. Choose whatever the important one to include in it and choose 2 or 3. Don't go with everything. Because if you try to, I have seen what the people does is they try to put everything in the resume. First of all, resume nobody go through if it is very big. If you give me a resume of 3 pages or 4 pages, I will lose the interest in the very first place. I will definitely does not go to the what are the different projects you have gone through. Okay, and it is very bad. So put whatever the best you can go with 2 or 3 projects which you can put it there. Okay. Another thing is don't put the things which you don't know. I have seen the people who try to put as much as the thing as per the market. And what happens is the person who is taking the interview is having the knowledge of their domains because he is might be a staff engineer, principal software engineer, or a director kind of a person who knows. Then he can question you and you don't answer, then it looks bad because you have written. Okay. So that's it. Okay. Write the things which you have worked on, which you know. Don't write the things which you don't. Don't try to be over smart in your resume. I have seen people falling just because they have written wrong information in their resume. Okay. How to practice system design? I have already answered that. Hope I am making sense. Am I clear? How your resume should look like? Hmm. Cool. Are you good? Should I share this link? I will share this link in Zoom chat and take it from there. Cool. Now, do we have to include the project inside the employment essay itself, or do we need to have a separate section just for the project? Employment history should have the your projects. There is no separate. There's an employment snapshot where you can put what are the different positions you have worked on, what are the different companies you have worked on, and then the employment experience, professional experience will have all the details of your projects. Okay. Now, coming to the one of the questions which I am getting here. Okay, are you good with this, everyone? How your resume should look like? Okay. The next thing is I have also talked about avoid things in resume. Right. Next thing is behavioral rounds. Behavioral rounds happen in not in all the companies, in some companies. Okay, like Amazon. Okay. Most of the time, these behavioral rounds are included in your hiring manager round. What is a behavioral round? Behavioral round is more about how you have behaved in certain situation. So the questions may comes around like, okay, so the question is something like this. Do you have any conflict with your manager? What is the conflict and how you resolved it? Do you ever have any conflict with your team? Do you any point of time disagree with your senior engineer? Do you how do you have improve the productivity in your team? Okay. This can be the behavioral questions. Okay. It can be asked in the hiring manager round or a behavioral round. Okay. How to answer these questions? To answer these questions, there is something called as star approach. Okay. Star approach. Star approach means S means situation, T means task, A means action, and R means what is the result. And result is very, very important. Okay, I will tell you. Now you have to write 3, 4 stories using this star. So, for example, somebody asked me what improvement you have done in your team. So I can go like this. In our team, the documentation of current code base was not good. It took it was taking very much more time to get to understand the same thing. This is the situation. What I just tell you about this is the situation that the documentation on the code base was not up to the par. What is the task? So I decided to make the documentation better. Okay. And keep asking the teammates also to improve the documentation better and better. This is the task. What action you have taken? So, okay, sorry. So the action will be I have asked team members to find out the gaps in the documentation, point out the gaps, and start filling the gaps in the documentation. This is the task. Sorry, action. Result. As a result of the proper documentation, the productivity of the team increases by 30%. So earlier, our new person who is getting onboarded on the team was spending 30% more on just to find the correct code base. Now, because of the proper documentation, we have saved 30% bandwidth of the new one. Okay. So this is how I answer the question in the start. So the result is very, very important to tell. It could be anything in the number of hours of the employees or the business you have made for the company, or you have improved the productivity by certain sense. Okay, so result is quite important. Cool. So this is how you should answer the behavioral questions. Hope I answered this question, whoever put it in. Next question is how to find a system design question asked by multiple companies in last 6 months. You can find out only in LitCode. So in the LitCode, people share their experiences and they share this thing also. Okay. I'm very much confident of cracking interview. Can I put up my papers and search for a job? Okay, this is also a good question. Guys, are we good with the behavioral rounds? How the behavioral round should look like and all that part? How to use this? And guys, don't take this thing very lightly. It is very, very important. And if you go for a major interview, their leadership principle questions are just around the behavioral questions, and they will just casually ask you the situations, and then they judge you against their leadership principle. Okay, and it's very important to pass through that. Even if you have given a good interview, you have answered all the question, and if you have not passed the leadership principles, you will not be get selected. So that is very, very important thing for the Amazon. Okay. So what you should do is take a pen and paper and make sure that you have 3, 4 stories written, something like that. Okay. So it could be like I found a bug, or I just ship the code with the bug, and I know that, but it's very important to ship the code and all that. Make a story around it. Okay, and write it down and put any story anywhere. Okay, that doesn't matter, but it matters is what is the result you achieve through that. Okay. Are we good with the behavioral rounds? Guys, I need a verbal or anything. If you are good with the behavioral rounds or you have any questions, please let me know. What if we have not been in a situation mentioned? You can say that you have not been in that situation. If somebody asks you that if anytime you have any conflict with your manager, just say no, I don't have any conflict with my manager ever. That's fine. We will have that. Don't make up these stories. You will if you are not a good liar, then you will be stuck there. Okay, I will come in a minute. Okay, I will get some water and come. Okay. Are we good with the behavioral rounds? Uh, can you share the question sheet, Amazon question sheet? You can easily get from the lit code discussion section. Is there any platform where we can apply system design concept? When you say apply means if you want to code the system design concept, there is no platform. But if you want to discuss it, I think PRAM allows you to have you can set up a interview, like system design interview. You can set up a interview, mock interview in the PRAM. So you can see that there are a lot of interviews there, like system design or DSA or something. So prem.com is really good to practice this system design concepts. How to take out the behavioral round questions? I have answered that question. Except DSA and system design, there are places like DBMS, CN computer. Another thing is, the question is, except data science and algorithm and system design, there are few other things which are being asked. So I put it them into the another segment called as technical knowledge. Okay, technical this Tina technical knowledge or technical round. So it comes under that. Okay, it is quite important. It is mostly important for the people who are 0 to 3 years of experience. For them, it is quite important. And the people who are in the college, for them, it is very, very important. The concept like DBMS, computer network, okay, computer architecture, all this thing. Okay, it is very, very important. So it is, but again, if you have a good DSA, then it can be overcome by your good DSA skills. Okay. It is good to have, but not mandatory criteria to cross the interview. So the mandatory thing to cross the interview is data sections and algorithm. Okay. Uh, okay. Another on the fly question I want to take is people ask me that Nishant, I want to put on the paper and then I want to thoroughly prepare for the interview. Okay, is it a good idea or a bad idea? As per me, see, it depends on perception to perception. As per me, leaving a job and then preparing for a interview is a bad idea. Why? Because when you are not in a job, then you have certain responsibility towards your family. Okay. Let's say you are financially independent, you don't have to worry about it. Then also you have some sense of pressure to get the job. Okay, when you are in job and looking for the another job, then you will feel a bit lightweighted because you already have a job. But suppose you don't have a job and you are looking for a new one, it is a bit tricky. Yeah, it's bit not tricky. It puts an additional baggage to your or additional pressure to your job hunt. So I never suggested that to do that. What I suggested is to perform badly in your current job. So what does that mean is if you are working for 9 hours, just work for 6 hours and put the other three hours in the job interview, job hunt like that. Okay. Or you can miss your deadline also. So in that case, you will get a worse rating, but you will not get fired. And you, if you get the good company, you can switch it to the good company. Okay, you will have the backup. Cool. So I will not suggest for the people to put up the paper and then search for the job. Now the question comes is what the people should do if they have 3 months of experience this thing, notice period. So guys, 3 months of the notice period is mostly depends on the manager. So manager can decide on that, okay, 1 month is enough for you to serve the notice period and we can work out for the rest too. Okay. Another thing is, still I will suggest that get a offer. Let them know you have a 30 days or 90 days of notice period. Then you should put the paper and then you should go. Always have a backup before putting up the paper. Okay, don't put up the paper without having any backup. Okay, so this is my take. The most crucial part to get the call and connect with the people in LinkedIn for referral. Any suggestion how to approach? Guys, it's a very tedious approach. The question is, how to get a call from the new LinkedIn connections? Okay, it is very tiring. Yes, it is very tiring. You need to approach at least. So what you should do is you should prepare a list of companies and you should reach at least 10 to 15 people in that company to refer you. Okay. If you're directly approaching HR, it doesn't going to help. If you're approaching a person who can get benefited because of his referral, once you join that company, then you should do that. Okay. It will be really great. The person will help you to the great extent. Okay. So in the LinkedIn, you should make a list and at least approach 10 to 15 people daily. Okay, without the support or without any kind of a dependency. Cool. So yeah, that's my take. It takes time, but it is useful. Guys, again, put up your questions into the doc. Okay, it will be easy for me to answer the questions from a single place. Is it a good approach to make the independent projects? So independent projects means freelancing project or the open source. If you meant open source, then I will definitely say yes, go and do that. And it's up to you. If you are trying to make any kind of a project, independent or whatever it is, if it is helping you learn the DSA, just do that. But again, my approach in life is always focus on a thing, excel it, and move to the another. So if I am focusing on the DSA, I want to excel it there and then move to some another thing. Okay, otherwise I don't want to do that. Okay, it's like that. Cool. Mm, cool. Are we good? So let me check whether I have any other point to discuss with you guys. So guys, most of the points are this only, which I want to discuss with you. Okay. And if you have any other things to discuss or any points you will feel like that your question is not answered properly, you have my WhatsApp number. Feel free to ping it. I will try to answer your questions into the WhatsApp itself. And if it feels like that we should connect over the call, I will give you a call. Okay. So you can take my number from the WhatsApp. Okay. And if you have a genuine question, if you see stuck with anything or demotivated, you can drop me a message. I will help you out. Okay. Cool. Are we good? Are we good, guys? Okay. So I'm stopping up here. Sorry, this is a very short class. This is the points which I consider are very important and need to be shared with you. That's why I have kept a class for the day. Okay. The people who are not in my discussion group, if you want my number, you can take it from the admin. They will help you out with my number. Okay. Cool. So that's all from my side for the day. Thank you, guys. Cool. Are we good? Thank you, guys.